Hey everybody, welcome to Creative Ramblings. Today I have a resin pour project to show you. This is another great beginner resin project and we are gonna pour it and make a beautiful piece of art. So stick around, I've got the full tutorial coming right up. Hey there, I'm Sarah, you're watching Creative Ramblings where I share simple, inspiring projects. Here you're gonna find videos ranging from simple crafts to seasonal home decor and all kinds of things in between. If that sounds like something you wanna see, consider subscribing so you don't miss my next video. Today we are diving into resin pouring. Now be sure to watch my first resin video where I talk all about the beginner basics of how to pour resin into a silicone mold. If you're looking to get started, that is a great place to start for resin. What we're gonna do today is take a simple wood board like this, and we are going to pour colored and embellished resin over the top, use a heat gun and some other techniques to create a beautiful piece of art that can then be displayed. So let's jump into this project. I'm gonna show you what you need and a few new techniques to create some resin art. All right, to get started with this project, safety first. I've got gloves and a mask on. I'm working in a well-ventilated area. I have 2 silicone measuring cups here, and we are going to work with Amazing Clear Cast resin. So I am going to take and pour equal parts into each cup. And I'm gonna pour about 60 milliliters into each cup for this project. It's very important when you're measuring your resin to always follow the directions on the product. This one is measured by volume in a 1-to-1 ratio. That's what you're gonna find from most of these. But always read the directions before you start, otherwise you could get an inferior product at the end. So now that they are together here, I am going to get 1 large cup and pour them in. Making sure to scrape the sides so I get every last little bit of resin and hardener into the cup so I can mix them together. We really want to make sure we have equal parts of both. Now we mix for a solid 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, nice and gentle. We want to combine the 2 sides, the A part and the B part, but if I mix too much, I'm going to get bubbles, and I don't want bubbles. So just a nice gentle mixture until they're fully combined. If we do get bubbles, we can let this sit for a few minutes after it's done stirring or after it's done being mixed, and most of those bubbles will just rise to the top, and then you can use a heat gun or a torch to get rid of those bubbles. All right, so to prep for our pouring here, I am going to grab 2 little jars and put my wood right on top because we are going to pour on top of here. I like putting plastic down because I could just throw this all away when I am all done. So now we're going to gather 3 cups here for the 3 different colors that I'm going to use. And then I'm going to use these opaque dyes right here. I've got white, black, and blue, and a little bit of glitter. I'm just gonna grab the black and some white glitter here. So we're going to start by putting the dye just a little bit in each cup. I like to put the dye in first and then put the resin on top. Make sure we shake these up really good. And then if I want it to be a deeper hue, I can always go ahead and add some more dye later. Okay, now let's just move this over here for just a moment. We are gonna come and pour our resin back into the cups and kind of mix up those colors. Got my gloves back on. Our resin is all mixed up and we're just gonna pour a little bit into each one. I think I want the most blue and a little bit of black and white. Then we've got a stirring stick for each one and we are just gonna mix these up. The white is probably gonna need a little bit more colorant to it here. Again, it's nice to just keep adding a little at a time until you get that perfect color. Okay, everything is ready. So I am going to re-center this and we'll get our dyes out of the way. Save those glitters for the end, and now it is time to start pouring. All right, so we've got our dust-free wood here, and I am going to start with some blue just start pouring it down the middle. What's fun about this is every project is a little different. So these are all going to look different even if you use the same color and the same technique. So I've got some big splotches of blue. And now I'm gonna come and put some white in between here. And you can pour these in a way where the colors really stay separate. I kind of want all of mine to blend. And now as the more we pour, the more it's going to start to kind of come off the sides. Push it around just a little bit here, get it where I want it to go. Now I'm gonna come in and kind of fill it in with some black. All right, now I'm gonna show you, so there's a couple different things you can do. We can start to move this and tilt it. The other thing we can do is use a heat gun. So the heat gun is gonna help us blend some of these colors together. So this is my heat gun right here. And I'm gonna use it to kind of blow these swirls a little bit. All right, I am loving how this looks. Now we're gonna add some glitter. And what I think I wanna do is put the glitter where the black is. So I'm gonna use some black glitter here. And just kind of add it to where that black is. And then I'm gonna come back with the heat gun and blow that around a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna play with it a little bit more, but I think for the most part we are done. I am gonna let it rest and dry. This needs to dry for 24 hours before we touch it. It's gonna drip and level, and then we're gonna come back and see what we've got. All right, so it's been a full 24 hours, a little bit longer. Let's take a look and see what we've got here. This is our finished piece, and every piece looks different when you do a resin pour like this, which I think is really cool. So we have these beautiful, what looks like ocean waves up here, and the black glitter kind of spread everywhere. And the little lighter colored glitter floated up to the top. So a lot of different dimension up here, a lot going on with this piece. How beautiful is this piece of resin art? Pouring with resin is a lot of fun. You can get creative. No two pieces are the same. Let me know down below if you are ready to get started with resin. I want to hear what you want to create. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.